Peace and compassion. Well, how compassion leads and creates courage. Because there's some people who would make you think that compassion is not needed for courage. Those are the people who prefer fighting over peace. So let's talk about that a little bit. First, my name is Gogo Griot, and if you're here, thank you. I am an elder storyteller, and I take this time once a week just to share a little bit of what I've been fortunate enough to learn living a long time. And the first thing I've learned is that gratitude contributes to living a long life, and generosity brings you abundance and makes sure you always have what you need just when you need it. So let's talk about some definitions of what is compassion and courage. Compassion is a sympathetic consciousness of others' distress or suffering, together with the desire to alleviate it, to stop the suffering. That is the essential point of compassion. The essential point that differentiates compassion from empathy or just sympathy. Because you can feel empathy, you can feel sympathy. They're feelings. But compassion is wanting to take an action to help end that suffering. And in reality, most of the times we can't do anything physically. Well, actually, we shouldn't say most of the times. Many times we can. But many times we can't do anything to physically, in the moment, in someone's suffering we're aware of. Whether it's the suffering of people thousands of miles away in war or in a environmental disaster or a fire. And we can't be there. We don't have the resources to be there, do anything, but we can in that moment, understanding that we are all energy and we're all connected by energy, and that our energetic thoughts have power and have energy. We can send our compassionate thoughts for those who are enduring suffering, for their suffering to end. If it's a fire, for the fire to go out quickly, or for people to at least be safe. For whatever suffering they may be having, that their suffering will end, because people suffer in different ways and under different circumstances. And that's the most we can do in most cases, is to send out the energetic wish that people will not suffer in whatever circumstance, outstanding, uncomfortable, distressful situation they're in. Now, courage is the mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. Courage can manifest in many ways, just as danger and fear and difficulty do. But if you are motivated to relieve the suffering of a person or animals or the environment of the trees, the birds, the fishes, the air itself, it takes courage to protect our natural environment, because the nature of humans is this yin yang balance between the feminine nurturing and accepting, and the yang that wants to control and shape. And And whatever your religious beliefs, or however much money you make or have or do not have, we all live on this earth. Every day we are confronted with its challenges and its changes. And it represents for each of us countless opportunities to take our compassion to the next level of courage. If that courage is only signing an online petition or joining a group that says they're protecting the environment, or doing our little bit in our own ways to limit what we get that may affect the environment or hurt other people, knowingly or unknowingly. Even just holding the intention that we, by what we eat or wear, is not causing harm to any other person or any other sentient being. And yes, that's a great challenge. I know I'm wanting to talk, not knowing where everything I get comes from, how it's made, who made it. You can only say I'm grateful for what I have and hope it did not cause any harm to anyone. For it is the intention that does matter as much as the act. And if your intention is one to relieve people's suffering, to alleviate suffering, however it may show up, if that is your root intention, and if you do find courageous steps you can take, and you take them, those missteps, they balance out. That's why we are here in this material existence. To see what works and doesn't work, to learn the lessons, so that we are able to use this gift, this tremendous gift of energy we hold in each moment of physical presence. All of the energy of all of our ancestors and peoples who've come before us and those that will come after us. But in this one moment, we have all of this energy within us. We have within us the energy of compassion to compel us to courage in the moment it is needed. However it may be needed to manifest, if it's only with a thought or the intention for kindness and peace and the end of suffering for everyone. Of course, suffering is relative and happiness is relative and everything is relative. But within all of this relativity, we can send forth the intention for compassion. And with that intention, we can just relax and let the courage grow, for it will manifest when it is needed. It's been a pleasure talking with you again. My name is Gogo Griot. Gogo is Elder, Griot is storyteller, and that's what I am. An elder storyteller living in Homer, Alaska, reaching out into this vast world, knowing a handful of you are listening. But it's my pleasure to look at myself and talk to myself and hope that I will be of benefit to someone someday. And if I am, you can look in the notes below this video, and there are ways to find about more about my work, to support the work, to join the community, and to even have a one-on-one talk with me. So check it out below. Please do subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. And we'll see you next week. And remember to smile, breathe deeply, and be grateful. And I'm trying to end this. Mm.